Did you all know that in addition to IntoResin's beautiful handmade moulds, they've got a regular mould range? Here's one, and you've been asking me to make a pot to match the tray that I made, the blue lace agate effect one, so we can use this little pot. I did say I was thinking of doing one, and let me know if you wanted me to do one, and everybody's going, please make one. It's a nice little fat pot mould. There's very similar ones in other brands as well. It's a particular favourite of mine, but I was pleased to find that IntoResin do one, and it seems like a slightly softer silicone to the ones I've had before, which is nice. Anyway, let's crack on and do it. Blue lace agate is what we're after. Gloves time. Got all my colours together. Mixed up a bit of resin. I'm using Apex High Gloss. Put a bit in each pot. We're good to go. Now, blue lace agate is a very pale blue. I'll put a little picture of a bit up here so you can have a look. It's very pale blue. It's got white veining in it. It's ever so pretty and ever so delicate. So let's see what we can do. I've got together some colours. This is Hydrangea from Create and Bloom, which I think is pretty much perfect for blue lace agate. So we can have a little bit of that. Don't need much pigment because it's very strong, and it doesn't take much to make it go pretty much opaque, which is what we want. There we go, isn't that lovely? We got that one. Then we've got some Supreme White, and this was from, it's a brand new one as well, look. This is from Apex Resin. Let me just open that up. The pigment pastes, give them a little stir before you use them, because they the pigment can settle. Same as you'd shake a bottle of a liquid one, really. And again, you don't need very much. Now I'm going to do this one. Let's mix them all up at once, shall we? It's fun. I always end up with the white all over my hands. I don't know why. Forget-me-not is a very pale bluish, greyish. It's very subtle, so I'll have some of that. But I've also got a very pale shimmery blue, and I don't know whether to put that in or not. I think it might be too much, actually. We'll leave that one out. But what I will do is put a bit of Super Sparkle White. I'm only going to use a little bit of that because sparkly stuff does tend to take over, doesn't it? But it's a lovely shimmery white mica powder. So that's only a small pot. This is the 200 mesh one, so it's more like a mica than a glitter. That might do. We'll see. Let's mix them up. So this is the Super Sparkle White. Mixes in really easily. Slightly translucent. I haven't overloaded it. So that's that one. I've got a pot of clear as well in case I need it. Don't know how much this mould takes. I really don't know. I should know, shouldn't I? But I don't. There's our white, which I do want quite opaque. So I'm going to make sure that pigment is really well mixed in. What we're going to do is let these all sit a little bit. I'm just going to let them sit for half an hour so that they thicken a little bit, because I do want them to actually, the colours to stay reasonably separate in the pot, in the mould. See, this is barely coloured, isn't it nice? It's really subtle. And I think finally, what I will do, actually, with this remaining one, I'm going to mix up a bit more of the blue, the Hydrangea, that's the one. But pretty translucent, only a little bit of colour. So, see what I mean? That's still got a bit of translucency to it, and I'm not going to mix it in fully either. There we are. That would make a nice pot in itself, wouldn't it? Right, that's it. We're going to leave them half an hour. Like I said, it will allow them to thicken up a bit. And then we'll start some pouring. We'll do one last little stir before we pour, of course. So I'll see you in half an hour. Right, so these have been sat a little while. I don't know how much they've thickened up. It's been about 40 minutes. Tiny bit of warmth in the pot, so maybe I think we might be there. So we're just having a quick little stir, except for this one, because I want that one to stay a bit marbly looking. They might all, actually, because I haven't stirred them too thoroughly. Anyway, let's decide which ones we're getting on in here in which order. Wipe my sticks. Obviously these are upside down, aren't they? This is going to be the bottom of the pot. So I want a bit of the blue, I think, first. And I am just going to pour it in. And I'm going to go for quite big bands of colour, I think. And I'm going to want the sparkle quite near the top so that you can actually see it, but not too much. And of course I'm saving some to do a similar process with the lid. Actually, I could do the lid as I go, couldn't I? First of all, let's just make sure that the little knobby top is full and that there's no bubbles in there. We're going to give it a little squeeze. There we go, so the little knobby bit should be blue. A little bit of the sparkle. Right, where are we going next? Let's go for this one. And Now the white, I might have to make up some more of these colours. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Now let's have this slightly more translucent, not so well mixed up blue. And I think we want quite a bit of that. And I think it's time to go back to the blue. So we should have the pretty transparent blue against the blue. And I'm running out of that now. Don't know how well the lid's going to work because I started pouring it in the middle, then thought, hang on, is this going to show through this? I don't know what the lid's going to do. We'll give it a go. A little bit of sparkle. So I am going to need to make some more up, but I'm just going to carry on this process. So I will cut here and I will see you for the demould, which will be a good few hours. This is a normal, sort of medium viscosity 1-to-1 resin. So we're talking probably, I don't know, 10 hours plus. Right then, let's see how these have come on. It's been quite warm in here, so it's only been about 10 hours. Oh, look, I should have cleared the bubbles. Oh, darn it. I should have remembered that this little pot has gets bubbles around there. Oh, well, maybe I can make them part of the thing. I don't know. Or I can fill them with UV resin. Oh, that's cute. Oh, it has done like a lace effect. It's very subtle, but yes, that's what that particular gemstone's like. Now, let's hope that this has done like a stripy version of that. And then we're going to put some detailing in as well, much like I did on that tray. And there we go. So it's gone a lot more of the grey colour and the white around this side. It's gone interesting around this lip. This has gone kind of lacy. I like it. It's kind of worked. Now, what I'm going to do is let this air. Oh, it's pretty inside. Isn't that nice? I'm going to let that air for a little bit. And then we'll put some details in and I'll try and sort out what to do with these bits. I might try and make a feature of them, or maybe we can just put a little bit of ultraviolet curing resin in there. Anyway, I'll see you later for the details. Right, this is all firmed up really nicely now, and there's a couple of things that I would like to do. I am quite pleased with it. It's rather lovely. I do want to have a go at repairing these little bubbles around the edges. I just wish I'd thought about it and had a little poke around with a with a little stick under the edge there. But I think what I'm going to do for now is a little dot of ultraviolet resin in there. Only a tiny bit. Then we'll get a little torch on it and I'm going to go all the way around just doing that. So we'll still have a little clear patch, but it won't be it won't be quite as obvious in the pot while I do it. So there we go. That's pretty much fixed. It's not perfect, but it's good enough, I think. Could always file around it and do a little bit more of that, but there we go. Yeah, what I should have done was get my, I guess, a little micro brush and go around under the lip of this lid. I think I was so excited about making the pot, I completely forgot to do that, which was stupid, wasn't it, really? But there we go. Right, now we're going to put some details in, and just like I did with the tray, and as I said, I will link that video for the tray for you at the end. So if you remember, in the little tray I used a white acrylic pen and a silver marker pen to put in some extra details, so that's what we're going to do. And this acrylic marker is from Resin, and it's got a little fine pointy tip, and it's got a brush tip. Now I find the brush tips easier to use. Don't know why, I just do. But what we're going to do is go around just onto the white and put a line in. Now I ought to put this on my tumbler turner, hadn't I? That would make it even easier. But then I don't necessarily need it to be completely straight or even complete, like so. And then you see around here it's gone all like interesting where the colours mixed around that lip. So I think I'll go around that too. The lid is a bit of a dilemma because it's made a pattern that kind of goes outwards instead. So it's kind of what do you do? And I think what I'm going to do is just put a line around the rim. And it needn't be perfect either. I might bring it up and down a little bit like so. Maybe a second one lower down around this edge, because there is a little bit of a colour divide there, and it goes down there and it comes up here. Yeah. Not sure whether that's the right thing to do. I think I liked it before as well, but we'll see. There we go. Little bobby bit on the top. I think I might put a little bit of a detail kind of round and across the side of it like so. Not central, just to the side. Maybe two of them like that. And then with the silver, I need to do a little bit of something as well, because I want it to match the tray. I want it to stand on the tray, you see. So But again, I'm not going to go too mad with it, hopefully. I usually do go too mad, especially with silver. This is just a liquid chrome marker that I got from somewhere on Amazon. Now, there really isn't any silver in blue lace agate, but I just like, well, I did it in the tray, so I'm matching it with a pot. And I just do like that little bit of something extra from the silver, but probably only a couple of lines. I think I might only put a tiny bit on the lid as well. And then the lid, I think that's probably enough silver around the sides, but let's just do a little bit up and across the little knob. And maybe we can do a little bit just going like that. The way the pattern's gone in the lid's really nice, and I'm kind of frightened I'm spoiling it, really. I have what I hope looks a bit like blue lace agate, but with an added bit of silver. So here is our tray. I'll put you the link for this mould as well at the end of this in the video description, and also a link to the video about the making of it. So that video link will come up here in a moment. And here's our little pot, and doesn't it look sweet? I'll take some nice photos of it, and I can get outside in some nice sunlight so you can see the actual prettiness of the colours. And yeah, I hope you like it. Don't forget, there's a load of things you can click down here. Really helps me if you do. I appreciate very much all your subscriptions and your likes and your comments and all that sort of stuff. So knock yourselves out. Right, I'll see you for the next video. Bye.